Earnings wise, it wasn't a bad week this week, but we've had more bad news about the van. Oh, I'm getting fed up with it.
Hello everybody, it's David here, Amber Logistics. It's Monday the 16th of October and the time is 11:45 and we are working. We got ourselves some work. We didn't get it from the CX, we got it from this new company who I did some work for on Friday, and they contacted me on Sunday to ask if I had anything booked in, which I didn't because I couldn't get anything. And they've given me some work today, and basically it was collect from the airport this morning, go to Nuneaton and deliver in Nuneaton, and then make my way over to Lutterworth, which is about half an hour away from Nuneaton, and now delivering to Crewe. I had a bit of a wait in Lutterworth. I had a booking in slot of 10:30 for a collection, and it was, I don't know, about 11:20 when I actually got away from the place. So anyway, they know about it and they're taking it into account. And so I hope to be in Crewe. What's my ETA? About 1:00. So after that, it's not bad money for this, but you know, I won't mind a little bit more if I can, because it's a bit early yet, 1:00 to be thinking about packing it in. And so I'll have a look around Crewe, see if anything comes up. I don't think it's our best or prolific area. Maybe have to head up the motorway a bit more up towards the Republic of Mancunia. We'll see, but I'm perfectly willing to go anywhere. I've got no music rehearsals tonight because one of the lads is off, away. So I'm free to work a bit later, which I'm willing to do if there's some work about, because the van goes in tomorrow morning to have its thermostat housing done, and that's half a day. And then will there be any work when I get it back? So potentially might lose a day's pay tomorrow. So anything extra I can pick up today would be good. I'm not desperate for the money or anything, but having built up a nice bit of stockpile, I don't want to have to keep chipping into it, you know, for times when I can't work, if I can help it. So we shall see. So I don't know what the CX feed has been like today, because of course I'm not on it this morning. I will have a look when I get towards Crewe, see if anything pops up. I mean, I don't know if these will ring me and offer me something else. I honestly don't know just what happens there, because obviously I'm a newbie. My friend works for them, as I've said before, and he's kept quite busy by them, but there are days when they're not as busy, or they tend to be quite fair and share the work around, so you'll get good days and bad days apparently. At the moment, with me being new, I'm expecting mainly bad days until they, I suppose, learn to trust me. But we shall see. So in the meantime, we'll get this delivered, and then we'll get that thermostat done tomorrow. And we'll hopefully have a better week than last week. You might notice that I'm a bit neat and tidy today. It was my wedding anniversary yesterday, and me and the wife went for a meal, and she wouldn't let me go unless I had a shave and generally smart myself up. See how long it lasts, eh? Anyway, good luck to everyone else this week. Let's hope we all get some coin in. Well, good evening. It is Tuesday, 17th of October. It is 5:25 or 17:25 if you wanted to say it correctly. And we are on our way to North Shields, which is the land of the White Knight Courier, isn't it? So I'll be tramping in his house tonight. So have the remote ready for me, Dave. Cheers. Now, I'm only joking, buddy. I've got to get back for a job. So what's happened? Well, I've got the van back. The van this morning went in for repair for the thermostat housing, and it turned into a little bit of a marathon. They expected to have it for 2 hours. Turns out the part that arrived was incorrect. When they took it out of mine, it was nothing like the one they got. Mine had a motor on it that this one didn't have, and some other fancy bits. So they went and drove to Blackburn to pick one up from the Citroen dealers. So fair play to them. They went out of the way and got it. Didn't wait to get one delivered the next day. Fitted it. It was more expensive. The one that came in was 85 quid, and this was 220. Now, in fairness to them, they've not charged me any more. They've lowered the labour figure because they said you've been messed about a bit. And thanks, boys. They do appreciate that. So, AutoFit Garage in Salford, if you want to get something done, highly recommend them, lads. I've been using them for a while now, and they haven't let me down. Now, yesterday, I did work for that new work supply, and they kept me busy. They did keep me busy. I finished in Crewe. There was no work at all in Crewe, so I thought I'll start heading up towards Manchester. And then I got towards Manchester, and I got a phone call off them who said, any chance you can do 2 collections, one ADR and one standard, in Skelmersdale, take them back to the airport. So that was good, did that. Got to the airport, and then got a job off them from the airport to D-side. So got back home about 7 p.m. But a full day of work and some good earnings, which makes a bloody change in recent things. So I've come out of the garage today, got the car later than I'd like. It was probably about 3:30. Had a look for a little bit of a job maybe on the CX, and then got a phone call from the same company again to say, have you got your van back? I said, yeah. Are you free tomorrow? I said, well, at the moment I've got nothing. We may have something for you, but we'll ring you later. So I've left that with them. Not heard anything yet. But at the same time, I have bid for stuff tomorrow, because if they don't ring me, because they didn't say we definitely got something for you, I'm left without a job for tomorrow. I put some bids in. But in the meantime, I was just heading home, just near the centre of Manchester, and I saw a job. A small van job. I was on the phone actually at the same time that this come through to my mate, and it was going to North Shields. So by now, it's probably, after 4. And I said to my mate, that's a small van job. That looks quite urgent. I mean, I might bid for that, because I've not had any money today. I wouldn't mind a run up to North Shields. And I bid for this at £1.20 a mile, and didn't for a minute think I'd get it. And I got a phone call back within minutes, asking how long it'd be. And I was right on top of it. I was literally 5 minutes from it. So they've given me the job, and all it is a small box. It's some kind of joint. That's it. A humorous joint. I think it's for a false arm. And I'm taking it to somebody in North Shields. So I'm heading straight there, but of course, rush hour, etc. We're just on the old M62 at the moment. We're getting towards the M1 junction just after Leeds. And I expect to get there, let's have a look, about 7:20. So it'll just be turn and burn, I think, because I've got nowhere to come back to, let's face it, at that time. I don't think the North East is prolific at the best of times. It's certainly not going to be prolific at that time. And I'm hoping that I'll get a phone call off my new work people with some instructions for work tomorrow. What you tend to find, they ring you in the evening, and then they'll just send you an email, and you can print your paperwork out if you want to save yourself some time the next day. That's what I generally do. I either do it on the van printer or the printer at home. So that's the situation. I've got a little bit of money today from this. Yes, there's going to be dead miles back, of course there is. But I'm going to be earning some money, which is better than nothing. There's no weight on the van whatsoever. I'm not speeding, knocking about 60 miles an hour out, which in this van will give me around 40 miles per gallon. at 170 odd quid, I'm going to make a bit of money. Yes, I'm going to get back late, but I haven't been working all day, have I? So, no skin off my nose, and hopefully I'll have something. By the time I get home, I'll know I'll have something for tomorrow. Anyway, fingers crossed, and I'll keep you updated at the end of the week. Oh, special mention as well, by the way, to a YouTube contributor, someone who posts a comment, and it is Amric Baines 4145, and he said another YouTube joker. So I'm not too sure, Amric. Did you mean I'm funny or I'm just crap? But either way, thank you for watching, my friend, because you watching boosts my figures. So I appreciate that. Keep up the good work. And I'll catch you all later in the week. Cheers for that. How do? Made it safely back from Newcastle from that job. Company that I've been doing a bit of work for now, because obviously I'm a new boy. They didn't have anything for me. They got something for me, mate. But they didn't have anything for me. And of course, being last choice, I've got to work my way in there. Anyway, so what they said was, if it's something comes up, we'll pass it on to you. Or if you get something, let us know, and let us know where you're going. So that's fair enough. So this morning, I got up same time as the wife, and had a look on the feed. It wasn't much going on. There wasn't anything of real interest or suitability. So I thought I'll catch up with my paperwork. I had one outstanding invoice that was just a few days late, the 45-day ones. And thought I'll chase that up, sent them an email, and I got an email back within minutes to say, whoa, sorry about that, your money's in now. So that was that sorted. Got everything up to date and keeping an eye on the feed. And then I bid for a job that was collecting at 10 o'clock, Huddersfield, and it's going to Aberdeen. Long wheelbase job, but in truthfulness, it's just a pump on a Euro pallet. I'll show you a picture of it. There you can see. Now that's 600 kilos, that. In fact, it's slightly smaller than a Euro pallet, so that could fit on a small van or certainly a short wheelbase, but I'm not moaning. And I bid for it, figuring, well, it's a long way Aberdeen. I'll see if I can get 130 a mile, and I actually got it. For a long distance job, 130 miles, excellent. Oh, well, certainly on the standards of the CX, isn't it? So I have loaded up, and I'm on the way up at the moment. We are on the M6. I'm a bit gutted because I've got a sore eye at the moment because I put my contacts in and it's irritating me. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll pull in at T-Bay Services, get my contacts out, put my glasses on, and I'll treat myself to a sausage roll and a loo break. It was rammed. It was absolutely ram-packed. Couldn't get in. I thought, oh, it's just going to be murder in there. So I'll have to carry on to the next services. But no sausage roll for the fat man, I'm afraid. I do like those sausage rolls as well. So now my plan of action is this. I'm going to go to Aberdeen. I'm going to be dropping in Aberdeen around tea time, 4:30, 5 o'clock. The dilemma is, I put the journey on, see if anything comes out of Aberdeen, maybe going south, maybe for the morning. If I can get something going south in the morning, then I'll stay over in Aberdeen. If I can't get anything, my choice is turn and burn, get home around midnight, but that's a heck of a lot of driving, or drive 2.5, 3 hours or whatever towards Glasgow, Edinburgh, around that kind of area, find some Airbnb or travel lodge or something around there, stay overnight there, and then try and pick something up in the morning from those areas going down south. So these are my choices. So I've not decided yet. I've got the feed on. We'll see how it goes. But the other thing is, apparently we're going into bad weather. And some of the lads on the WhatsApp group I'm on were putting some of the weather forecasts on. And Aberdeen to Dundee, that stretch on the east side there, apparently is going to get it wickedly bad tomorrow. So it probably might be wise to just not stay in Aberdeen, certainly if I don't get a job, and get down to where apparently the weather's a little bit milder in the central belt of Scotland, like Glasgow and Edinburgh. So we'll see. These are the dilemmas. So it's not bad money on this job at all. And there's money in it for a hotel stay. There is money in it for a journey home. But, you know, it's a heck of a drive. And you're going to get home at midnight. You're going to be a bit knackered and might bollocks you up for the next day. So we'll see. A decision will be made later on. But that's the situation at the moment. Heading to the services, sausage roll less. So I'll probably be thinner next time you look.
Hello and welcome to the Portland Hotel, the Portman Hotel in Kilmarnock. 1.5 stars of unbridled luxury in my suite. So as you can see, I'm staying over and I've got myself a job tomorrow morning. I've got an ADR job that is going from Glasgow and it's going to Warrington. So that's a belter. I've done it a little bit cheaper than I normally would to get the job, but still it's, you know, 300 odd quid, which is combined with the job up here today means it will be a good 2 days. So obviously I've had the dead miles from Aberdeen to here, but the weather report for Aberdeen tomorrow is atrocious. So there's no way I wanted to stay up there anyway. I was supposed to be booked into a travel lodge near Glasgow airport, but there's some kind of cock up with the booking, so I ended up having to scrabble around and my wife found me this. I must have fallen out with her because this is what she's found me. It's a kind of pub and it's a room in a pub, and this is their ensuite room. The rest of them have got shared bathrooms. So, and that's about it. As you can, I'll lift it up there. You got 2 single beds, a dodgy lamp, a radiator that doesn't work, and the frigging window was open when I came in. And then you've got the tiniest of bathrooms there. And I'm gonna get in that shower. I don't know, but it's a room. It's got a bed. The quilt is a bit thin, but I'll just nick the other one off the other bed in case. So we'll be all right. We'll get over it. So that's what I'm doing. So tomorrow, nice drive. It's about 25 minutes to the place where I'm picking up from here. I'll get up early. They don't do breakfast anyway, although they did leave me some biscuits, but I had something to eat before I came. And what I'll do is I won't get out to eat for breakfast. I'll just simply go on, pick the job up hopefully, and I'll just whip through a drive-through, something like that, treat myself to a sausage egg McMuffin and a coffee. Although I have brought some coffee, because in my kit bag I'll have this. So I can make myself a brew in me stay warm cup if I want before I leave in the morning. So I might put the telly on for half an hour and head back. But it'll be a good 2 days earnings. So I'm sure I'll sleep okay. I'm quite tired. It's absolutely mental downstairs in the bar. They've got a funeral on and there's not much mourning going on. They're all absolutely going mental. A load of sweaty socks all jumping up and down dressed in black. So I've took refuge up here. I was tempted to go down for a cheeky pint, but I don't think I'll bother. Anyway, work is work, isn't it? Hi everybody, I just rounded off the week now. It's Friday and it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, more or less. And I'm heading home in a minute. I'm just at Heartshead Services, use the old facilities and getting home. But let me take you from my luxury hotel stay in Kilmarnock. It went okay. Got a good night's sleep. Got up in the morning, drove the half an hour into Glasgow and collected my ADR, which was a big battery off some kind of plant machinery, going to company in Warrington that refurbs the batteries. It was going absolutely fine. Dropped off at T-Bay Services on the way down, got myself some breakfast, a late breakfast of an enormous sausage roll, beautiful, and even bought some of the pies from the farm shop for us to enjoy at home. And then when I got to Preston area, the dreaded water problems have happened again. Got the warning on the dashboard, water level low, and what it does is it flashes hot for a second and goes straight back down again. It's like to warn you, really. I wasn't far from Charnock Richards Services, so I pulled in, lifted up the bonnet, and I could see that there wasn't enough water in the header tank. All the things I've had done to this bloody van. So I had to let it cool down a bit, and then I opened the header tank, and the back pressure was enormous. It flew a lot of water out. So I let it cool down about 20 minutes or so. Topped it back up and thought, right, I'm gonna have to get this delivered. So I headed to Warrington. At the same time I rang the garage. I said, look, this is happening again. So they're like mystified. Were the fans coming on? Yes, they were coming on. And it's still like, yes. So he said, right, as soon as you've done your delivery, can you just come straight here? So that's what I did. I delivered, headed to the garage. They got right on it, bonnet up, underneath, all around it, everywhere. And they speculated, thinking that it might be the head gasket, because the pump was fine. They have some little thing on the header tank that tells them the pump's working. The back pressure was too much, they said. And they did a test. It's like a blue dye. So they put this blue dye in a bottle, stick it on top of your header tank, and if it's getting contaminated fumes into the water system, it means that your head gasket's gone, and it goes green. And it went green, went like the Incredible Hulk. So my head gasket has gone on the van, which is not terminal. And it's probably partly down to me, because I've used the van, obviously, when it's had water issues. I think somebody did warn me about this. So I have to kind of blame myself. So when the fans weren't kicking in, the van was getting hot, and I just keep using it. So people be warned. If you get heating problems with your van, as in overheating, get it shut off. Don't carry on using it. So the upshot is this: he can do it a week Monday, and he wants it for basically 4 days. So he's gonna, Monday they're gonna strip it out, because they've got to take the front off to get to the engine and everything. Take off the head. Tuesday it gets sent away for re-skimming. Comes back on the Wednesday, hopefully. Put it back together. New gasket, all that kind of stuff. And then give it a proper road test. And I'll get it back Thursday night or Friday, providing it's okay. Cost-wise, it's not going to be all that bad. Not as bad as I feared, because they're a little bit guilty themselves. They said, we should have probably spotted this a bit earlier, blah, blah, blah. So don't worry about the cost. We'll look after you on this. It won't cost you too much money. How much? I don't know, because I'm thinking, is it going to be a couple of grand? But they've said, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Costing's not going to be an issue. We'll help you out here. We just want to get you back on the road. But I'm going to pay them, because obviously, they've got to earn a living too. But anyway, they are good lads. They are good lads. So that leads me off the road. Now, I said to him, what do you reckon? I'm going to hire a van. He said, look, you've now damaged their cylinder head, so you can't damage it again. It's now damaged. You could, in theory, use the van, take some water with you, don't go too far, and do maybe local jobs. He said, I'm not going to advise you can do it, but the gasket's gone. But, Whether it'll do any more damage or not, I don't know. I've put it out there to some of the chat groups, and most people seem to think, yeah, you're probably better off-roading it. And I'm probably going to do that. But today, I didn't. And I'll tell you why. I couldn't get a hire van. I rung around several places, I couldn't get one. I've been advised with the ones I've used before, you know, with the noddy vans, they might have some in next week. Because I was just going to hire a van for 2 weeks, even a small one. I can pick up a bit of work, but I can't get one. So I thought today I'll just do some flirting around. So I've done a local job, and then I've run up to Wetherby. Temperature gauge hasn't budged at all. I've just checked the water here now, it's not lost a lot. So I think it's kept pretty cool because it's been absolutely lagging it down today. And I think a lot of water splashing up and everything like that's probably keeping the engine pretty cool anyway. Listen, I'm not a mechanic, so I might be wrong about that, of course. So we'll have to wait and see now. So it's just a matter of, am I going to be off for 2 weeks? How can I get hold of a van? Because I probably won't work it next week. I pushed me luck, haven't I? So how's the week been money-wise? It's been a good earning week because the Aberdeen run and the ADR job back has really helped me. I did the work for the new work suppliers on the Monday, and that was a cracking day's earnings. I was off the road on Tuesday, but picked up a job to Newcastle, and obviously Wednesday up to Aberdeen, Thursday back from Glasgow to Warrington, and today I've knocked out 150 quid. But in terms of money, a really good paying week. Not a record, but a good paying week. But with disappointing news. And, you know, these things happen with vehicles, don't they? This van is becoming... I'm hoping if this is the head gasket, if this problem cures it, fine. If it gives me another 100,000 miles of motoring, fine, that's great. Although it is crossing my mind about changing it, there's no doubt. But I will lose quite a bit of money if I change it now. I really would like to keep it for another 1.5 years. It won't owe me anything then. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. I've also toyed with the idea of buying another van. A small van, maybe a 5-year-old small van, to keep, use as a car as well, as a knockabout car. And I can do work in it too when I don't need the big van or when it goes off the road. So that's something I'm going to bear in mind, although the wife's not very happy with that suggestion. So put that on the back burner for the time being. So that's my week. Anybody got any comments about anything? How's your week been? How has you got on with the weather? Because we've had some rotten weather, haven't we? I've been through some right storms. Let us know how you've got on. Any suggestions? What do you think about the van? As I say, I think getting rid of it at the moment, it's still worth putting the money into it at the moment. Because everything else has been fine with it. But, you know, if anyone else has got any other suggestions, or suggestions maybe of hire companies where I can get a van. Because the ones I've tried, they're either really, really expensive and want too much money, and then you've also got to sort your own insurance out, or they haven't got any vans. The one I've always used in the past, Salford Van Hire, they included an insurance package in there, and they charge 200 quid a week for a small van, including the insurance, which is, you know, livable. But some of the others are absolutely dear. So if anybody knows of any options that I might have, then I'll welcome those suggestions, because I've got to try ringing Salford Van Hire tomorrow day to see if they got anything for Monday for me. Otherwise than that, I'm going to be kind of scratching around. So we'll see. Hey, but thank you for watching. I'm sorry that the recent videos have been a little bit grim, but what can you do? Give us a thumbs up if you like the vids or they're useful to you. Thank you very much. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We would be most grateful. It does help the channel get out there. And have a great weekend, and try and stay dry. Sorry, I'll get my words out one day.